Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Ramayana 380. As you may remember, Lakshman and Indrajit were fighting. Both were valiant, and both were excellent archers. Both were proficient in the art of warfare, and both were heroes. They were both conversant with the use of all the many weapons used in fighting, and they were at home in handling the astras. They were like two planets attacking each other in the sky, like two lions fighting for supremacy in a forest. Both were drenched with blood, and both of them had arrows lodged in their bodies. Again and again could be heard the twanging of the bowstrings, and the army around stopped fighting and was watching this duel with bated breath. Indrajit seemed to be slightly tired, and Lakshman did not lessen his onslaught. For a while the Rakshasa was unconscious, and he recovered soon and began to fight again. He sent arrows to hurt Lakshman, Hanuman, and Vibhishana. With a gesture of disdain, Vibhishana plucked the arrows and threw them down. After a while, Indrajit's arrows split the armor of Lakshman, and it fell to the ground, and as his own armor had already been broken by Lakshman. Neither was tired out, and again both were tired. Astra was met by Astra, and weapon by weapon. Vibhishana joined in the fight, and several of the great fighters on the side of Indrajit, who were in the Rakshasa army, were harassed by him and by the Vanara army, which he encouraged to join in the fight. Indrajit was angry with him and the Vanaras. Vibhishana told himself, it's not right for me to kill this son of my brother. I'm waiting for Lakshman to do it. The others can join in the fight. Lakshman and Indrajit were deaf and blind to the rest of the world. Their fight had reached the most fierce stage. The arrows flew so fast from their bows it was not possible to follow their flights. The sky was not seen, and the air was thick with the arrows. It looked as though the sun had set, since it was so dark all around. Beasts and birds made dreadful noises, and the very air stood still with fear. Fire would not burn, and the rishis in the heavens wished that the world should be saved from the wrath of these two fighters. They were both determined to fight to the finish. Lakshman hurt the horses in the chariot of Indrajit, and he killed the charioteer also. Indrajit took the reins of the horses in his hand and drove the chariot himself, and at the same time he fought with Lakshman. It was indeed a glorious sight. The Vanara army jumped on the horses and killed them, and soon the chariot was also broken. Indrajit abandoned the chariot and stood on the ground. The man and the Rakshasa fought as though nothing had happened during the fight. Indrajit spoke to his men and said, it's so dark that nothing is discernible. No one can recognize his neighbor. Keep on fighting, and I'll go back to the city and return with another chariot. See that my absence is not noticed by these stupid monkeys. Ravana's son deceived all of them and went into the city. Quickly, he took a chariot which was provided with all the weapons, and he came back to the field. Lakshman and Vibhishana were wonderstruck at the swiftness with which he had accomplished his desire. They were all admiration for him. With renewed vigor, Indrajit fought, and it seemed as though the fight would never end. Lakshman saw his army being destroyed, and he took an arrow quickly and broke the bow of Indrajit. He took another one, and that was also broken. Hurt by several arrows from Lakshman, Indrajit took another bow. The duel went on, and the anger of the prince had not abated. His anger against Vibhishana. Again and again he aimed some of his arrows at his uncle and also at Hanuman. The second chariot of Indrajit was broken and the horses killed. Indrajit aimed the astra presided over by Yama at Lakshman, and he replied with the astra Kubera. It had been given by Kubera himself in a dream. The two astras met in midair, and there was fire and smoke emitted by both. Each destroyed the other, and they fell to the ground in splinters. Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.